Hey guys, I'm back this week over at JC Park. This is where they are doing the construction for the new park. Mr. Coleman, sorry to inform you that they did push through and they started ripping out trees. You can see in some of the drone shots that they clearly have just ripped things apart here. But this fence goes all the way around, so it's keeping it protected. Can't really see what's going on. Keep it a secret, whatever it is. But this is what's going to be a new park. It's actually pretty cool what they're gonna do to it. But a lot of these residents here, they don't like it. Like, this is their nice, quiet park. And now they're gonna hear this noise and machinery and all that stuff for the coming months. So it's not always a good thing for everybody, but we're gonna be talking about some of the growing pains that you experience in Florida. And if this is your first time to the channel, my name is Craig Cunha. I'm a real estate agent here. If you want more information beyond these videos, you can check out the others on the channel or call, text, email. We do also have an app that lets you start doing a property search. So if you're entertaining Florida, check out this app. It'll get you what you need and get you started on your journey. Anyway, let's jump back real quick. This JC Park is, well, it was really cool. I did really love it previously because you're able to pull your vehicle right up to the river. You back right up, you're under the shady pine trees. They had picnic tables and other things like that. So it is gonna be a little bit of a loss, but what they did do is they're going to be putting one of those half shell band kind of stands, so you can have live music here. There's gonna be a kind of a boardwalk along the water. So that's gonna, make it accessible to enjoy the views. There's gonna be benches throughout. There's gonna be a family section that's gonna have a water park and everything, a splash pad. There's gonna be 24 slips for this place too. So boats are gonna be able to pull right up to it, so it's not always just about the parking, but all the parking, all the cars are gonna be staying roadside. They have to come all the way out here on this road that connects with Beach Parkway. Beach Parkway area is absolutely gorgeous. If you've never been there, put it on your GPS and come out here and check it out. It's a really nice neighborhood, a ton of condos, a lot of waterfront condos, Gulf access condos. Definitely has its perks to being out here. And this is Beach Parkway East, because there is a Beach Parkway West, so make sure you do differentiate that. But there's gonna be 128 of those parking spots out to the front, plus the 24 slips in the back, so there'll be plenty of access, I believe. Plus a lot of the people out here would just walk to the park. That's what they've done in the times past. Up on the water there with the boardwalk, there will be no fishing. Yeah, so all you that used to come out here with your fishing poles and enjoy that, you're not gonna be able to do that anymore. So keep that in mind. That will not be one of the hobbies you take part in out here. They will have dog comfort stations. So there's going to be places to give them water, and there's gonna be cleanup stations. So if you have a dog, you know all about cleaning up. There's gonna be stations for that out here now. The dogs will still be able to run around and have fun. There's gonna be a food truck station here too, and that's gonna be called the Piazza. And then there's gonna be a second bistro. Now what's causing the beef with the bistro is that they're gonna serve alcohol there. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, wait a second, this is a family park, a kid's park, and you're gonna serve alcohol? And they quickly have to compare it to, say, Sunsplash. We're gonna be talking about Sunsplash too, because there's something really cool going on there. But they allow to serve seltzers and beer and stuff like that. There is no liquor. So that's a huge distinction. It sounds like this is gonna be much the same. Now what's odd about having the food trucks here is that the food truck park, which is under construction, I'll give you a view of what that looks like right now, but it's going in a mile away, maybe two. And that's just what it is. We're trying to put more venues in place so people have places to go, and this is what it is. There's gonna be picnic tables and grills still, so you'll still be able to come out here and have a family picnic, but this is the new JC Park, and whether you like it or not, it's happening. Okay, so I found something else that was cool when I was poking around and trying to find things to show you, because I'm trying to give you as much information about living here as possible, but wildlife is one of our coolest things, and this clip was captured by one of the local residents. I thought it was absolutely amazing to see. If you've never seen eagles naturally, this is wild. Rarely do they land on the ground, but they're gonna do it for food. And then to see an adolescent come up and start poking at the adult, it was a really cool interaction. And I'm just thankful that I was able to share that with you, because it's just one of the many wonders that we have here. Yes, we have the gators. Yes, we have snakes. Yes, we have bobcats, coyotes, panthers, all that lovely stuff. But to see something majestic like an eagle doing what it was doing was kind of amazing. One of the toughest things for us to deal with here locally is the loss of the boathouse. Yeah, we lost this about a week or so ago. There was supposedly an electrical fire. It was the opening after the last storm, and now it is this. It is gone. Plans are still to rebuild it from what I know, and as you will see from the drone shot, right across the way over there is where the new yacht club is going in. So things will be fixed down here. It's just going to take some time. But because of the damage here, it's a good opportunity to tell you about the 50% rule. I'm not going to go into too deep a detail because there's a lot more, a lot of small caveats about it. But what I will say is that if you have a storm damaged property and it costs more than 50% of the value of the property to fix it, then you need to bring everything up to code. And that's something we can, again, delve into the specifics and the details of it, because there are some, I don't want to say loopholes, but there's some things that we need to address in there. But this is why, again, I'm going to tell you about new construction. We are new construction home consultant certified. So we did go through a course that's going to help us better serve you when buying new construction. And I just believe in myself. I'm in a 5-year-old home. It's newer. Would I like it to be brand new again? Sure, why not? However, that's not the way it goes. But if you have an opportunity to do new construction versus one of these older homes, yes, the older homes, and you'll see a number of them here along the water. And yes, and there's, see right over there, that white home. If over 50% happened over there, then they would have to bring everything up to code, which could get very expensive. Some people don't have the money for that, to be able to update like that. But that's what you get with some of these older homes. Now, the new construction, you get warranties. You usually get some kind of a discount and savings and a number of other incentives that are going on right now with these builders. So if it's something that you have been thinking about, certainly give it a roll. You might want to try it out. Now, as far as the yacht club that's coming in, there's a lot of detail about it. It reminds me of what they're putting in, or what they did put in down at Fort Myers Beach with Margaritaville. So it's going to be a very similar setup. It's going to be resort-like, and there will be a whole new setup of how they're doing the docks and boat ramps, so that it's going to be even more accessible. There's going to be a parking garage, I think, with 3 stories. So lots of new stuff coming, and we're going to move on to the next project. So hang tight. Okay guys, so the next stop has us dealing with apartments. There's over 15,000 apartments between Charlotte County, Lee County, and Collier County. 15,000 apartments either under construction or approved for construction, and some are even being held off right now just because the amount of inventory we're starting to build. This is the Bimini Basin. Bimini Basin is approximately 218 units, 58,000 square feet of non-residential space. There's going to be a medical facility in there for Lee Health. There's another 24 to 30 boat slips that are going to be here. These are all luxury rental units. So again, you cannot buy these. I've attempted to, but it doesn't exist. So this problem of having so many apartments, we just don't know what that means in the grand scheme. I haven't seen prices adjust down too terribly much. A 1-1 in one of these kinds of buildings is still going to run you about $1,500, and that might even be a studio. So pricing hasn't totally adjusted down on these, but with the surplus that we're going to end up having and the number of projects that are going on, it's just bound to happen. So we'll see as this finishes the fall of 2025. We'll see how it starts to become occupied. It is a walkable location, so there are stores, there is shopping and dining close by. So it does have its advantages, but again, it's a rental. Are you somebody that wants to spend your money on rent and give it to the landlord to pay off, or do you want to buy your own place and build your own equity? Those are just personal decisions that have to be made, but I just thought I would show you one of the projects as it's coming along. We also passed the 47th Cove on the way here. That one's supposed to be finishing, I think, in early 2025. They might even be taking reservations right now for the rentals there. Now, while we're talking about homes, let's talk about the new flood disclosure. Since we do have flooding issues here whenever it's hurricane season, sometimes even when it's just the rainy season, the one thing to keep in mind is that there is now a disclosure that every property has to sign off saying that they're either aware of possible flooding or that they have flood insurance. This disclosure is mandatory, so we should be seeing it on every transaction moving forward. Now, Cape Coral Parkway, this sits right on Cape Coral Parkway. Okay, we drove on it to get here, and they are proposing to turn that into 6 lanes. Yeah, you see, these cars barely fit in the space right now. They're gonna absolutely take the parking from the street. They have people coming in to assess what that expense is gonna look like, but there's gonna be 3 lanes coming across on each side of the bridge when they redo the bridge, and they wanna be able to run these, this section also into 3 lanes each side, because once you get down to Coronado, it turns into 3 lanes on each side. So it can be done. It's just going to be a big undertaking, a big inconvenience, and a big mess. And many of the businesses downtown, I can imagine, are going to be affected because a lot of them sit right on the main road. Now, there is access through a parking lot in the back of the properties, so they might not be hurt too terribly, but it's going to be a bit of a hassle for a while. Now, down here, this Bimini Basin project, they want to expand this now. So they're buying up 2 more plots of land for over $1 million that's going to add to this project. So a lot of stuff going on here. This is just what I've shown you so far today. It's just a little bit of what's happening, and we're going to continue to make stops to show you some of the other cool stuff that's coming to Cape Coral. While we're on the topic of these homes, because purchasing a home obviously has other advantages. One of them would be the homestead exemption. Homestead exemption basically kind of locks in your valuation. It can't increase more than 3% on any given adjustment year. And what they've just passed through voting is Amendment 5, I believe it was. Yeah, Amendment 5 says that the homestead exemption should follow the inflation percentages. So if inflation goes up, then the homestead exemption amount that you get also goes up. Now, quick to caution on this, just because you get an adjustment on homestead and you're going to save a little bit of money there, remember the city still needs the money to pay for these projects. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to crank up the millage rate on you or find some other way to tax you. So don't think of it as a gift, think of it as a, okay, what's next? Okay guys, next stop. This stop is at Sunsplash. Sunsplash is our premier water park here. Big slides, lazy river, concessions. They serve alcohol there, as I mentioned earlier. They're doing something next year, or starting now. It's going to finish next year, I think by the summer of 2025. We are getting a wave pool. Yes, a massive wave pool. It's going to add so much excitement to this location. As it is, it's one of the busiest places that we have in the summer months. It does close down for the winter months because it's obviously just a little chilly to be in the water. But Sunsplash, that is going to be pretty awesome. I'll keep you updated as we go, show you the progress of that wave pool. But there's something else right across from me that you might be interested in. Eric, my cousin who works with me now, he promised he'd get on camera soon so that everybody can see his face, because there's times that you may be working with him, but he is a member over at the pickleball courts. This is a city-run place, and there is a restaurant there that he shared with me. He said they have things like pizza and wings, subs. So if you're out here sweating it up, burn a ton of calories and you want something to eat, you've got it right there. Great socialization place, and it's right in the middle of the Cape. Tons of parking over there, and you know, today obviously it's not going to be very busy, but that's just because the weather kind of stinks. on and off rain today. So there's another storm system out in the Gulf. It's not going to threaten us this time, but we are going to get some of the outer bands of rain. One more thing to share with you about the pickleball courts. They originally have this introductory offer of $150 a year for a membership there. Eric told me they just pushed it up to $250. But if you're an avid pickleball player and you have this many courts, and they will be running tournaments and things out of here because it's a very sizable location. But if that's your bag, it's easy to get to. As you saw, it has tons of courts, and it's a great place to meet a bunch of people in the area. Anyway, if you haven't got enough information from this particular video, check out one of these other videos. And if you need something further, do what everyone else is doing. Call, text, email, jump on our app, search for your new home, then call us to get further details on that property. But just want to remind you that we are here for you. We've got your back when you're moving to Florida.